Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm going to run through the fragrances I wore and enjoyed the most this month in October. If you'd like to see what they are and hear my thoughts on them, do keep watching. First up, let's start with my scent of the day, which is Essence of Casablanca from Swiss Arabian. This is a delightful fragrance for this time of year. Here in Australia, we're in the spring. And while this fragrance is a caramel scent, it's very light and airy, and there's some beautiful fruits at the top, grape and apple, I believe. And I put this on this morning and have been enjoying it. It tends to stay at the back of the shelf and I forget about it, but I'm enjoying wearing this today. As I say, it's a warm but light, airy, caramel, sugary, vanilla fragrance with some very distinct fruits at the top, grape and apple. Worth checking out. Essence of Casablanca from Swiss Arabian. The fragrance I wore the most in October, 6 times I believe over the month, Eden Sparkling Lychee from Kayali. I cannot get enough of Eden Sparkling Lychee. This is a feel-good fragrance for me. I absolutely love it. It is bright and juicy in the opening, and then as it dries down, these candied florals come through, and it is even a touch creamy. I think it's the sandalwood in the base here. On me, Eden Sparkling Lychee lasts 5 hours and it projects. I live in a warm to hot climate, and I can say on my skin, this has amazing performance. It projects and lasts. I love it. Oh my gosh. It is the sweetest gummied lollies and candied violets. And there's a creaminess. It's so well done. I've said before, I think it's easy to dismiss the Eden range from Kayali as body spray-like. I completely disagree. They both, this one and Eden Juicy Apple, they do something to my brain chemistry and just make me happy. Love it. Everyone around me likes the smell of this as well. And what's surprising to me is how well this works in the heat. It's never too much. Whereas Eden Juicy Apple, I tend not to wear on hot days and instead reach for Eden Sparkling Lychee. Big fan. Fleur Musc for Her from Narciso Rodriguez. This might be the perfect spring fragrance. We have a lot of rose and peony in here. It opens with pink pepper. Wow, it's so beautiful, so feminine. There's the lovely Narciso Rodriguez musk, and in here, combined with the florals, it smells like musk stick lollies. This lasts about 3 hours on my skin with moderate projection. It's happy. It smells like musk stick lolly candy, but you also get the beautiful rose and peony, and the pink pepper is not harsh. I wore this, I'm not sure if I said, 3 times earlier in the month when it was cooler. So again, this is a springtime fragrance and it doesn't get a lot of wear from me over the course of the whole year, but in the spring it's magic. Fleur Musc for Her from Narciso Rodriguez. Daydreams from Montale. I had been wanting to wear this more because it's been neglected in my collection. I do really enjoy it. It's a tropical leaning, sorry, a bird just jumped in the tree. Definitely does lean tropical. There's coconut in here, but the coconut's kind of to the background. I mostly get a very sweet floral, white floral fragrance. There's mandarin in the top of this. I do get that distinctly. It's very feminine. And like all the Montale fragrances I own, Daydreams also has quite a density to it. They're not light and airy, any of the Montales. They're oily and they stay on the skin and they project very solidly. So I've been enjoying this on warmer spring days. Once the real heat of summer hits, I won't be wearing Daydreams because it's a bit too heavy, but it's bright, it's juicy. There's tiare, there's jasmine. I think there's orange blossom in here as well. It's very warm and lovely. Daydreams from Montale. Leen from Latafa. I wore this twice, I believe, earlier in the month. This one I've had in the collection for 12 months, and when I first got it, I think I enjoyed it more than I am now. And I think that's mainly because it's gotten so much stronger, and the ginger and turmeric in here has gotten stronger. And I feel like, to my nose at least, it's a bit dominating. I don't get a lot of the white florals in here. My partner does. He says this smells very floral to him. But to me, it's ginger and a green mango. I've said before, it smells like a spa, and it really does. It's kind of sweet, but not really sweet. It's just a touch sweet. As I say, the fruits are kind of green. And I get a lot of the ginger in here. So I will wear this, but because the ginger is so prominent, I've got to be in the right kind of mood for it. It is feminine and something a little bit different. That's Leen from Latafa. Another Middle Eastern fragrance I enjoyed this month. I wore this twice earlier in the month. Shaghaf Ahmar from Swiss Arabian. This is a juicy fruit salad fragrance. There's melon in here, there's peach, there's apple, there's a ton of fruits. And I've said before, it reminds me of the juices that collect at the bottom of a bowl of fruit salad. I get a lot of amber in here. It's a light amber that works in the hot weather. This was the fragrance I wore last Christmas Day. It was a very hot day and this worked beautifully. I will say, as this has sat on my shelf, it has gotten smoother, less metallic, and generally just more pleasing to wear. But it's been more than a year sitting on the shelf and I was pleasantly surprised. It was smoother. I got more nuance this month when I wore it. A little bit of the florals in here peeked through, so it wasn't just kind of fruit juice with amber. It was more of a complex experience. This is a good one, and it's a feminine offering from that Shaghaf line. Really good. Shaghaf Ahmar from Swiss Arabian. Scandale à Paris. This was such a surprise in the month of October. I wore this 3 times, and a bit like Eden Sparkling Lychee, I found this quite addictive and delicious. This opens with a very juicy, ripe pear. It has jasmine in the heart. The jasmine is, I think, quite fresh, and honey in the base. But what's beautiful about Scandale à Paris is the honey isn't waxy. It's just warm and delicious and not too sweet. This is an EDT, so it's a Scandale that works in the warm weather. Unfortunately, I believe it's been discontinued. I picked this up a year or so ago from a pharmacy here in Australia. The longevity is EDP-like this lasts on skin and clothes for 6 hours on me. It smells so good. The combination's amazing. It just works. It's very feminine, and it's got that sexy Jean Paul Gaultier signature to it in a big way, in a more wearable way than some of the other JPG fragrances in warmer weather. I couldn't get enough of this really, so I will be on the lookout to wear this more. Scandale à Paris from Jean Paul Gaultier. Rose Passion from Jimmy Choo. This is a frangipani fragrance. It's a little bit powdery. There's some vanilla in here. I enjoy this a lot, but I had a conversation with my partner this month about Rose Passion, and I don't think he likes it. He's such a funny one because he won't out and out say he doesn't like something, but I jumped in the car one day and I was wearing this, and I think I must have mentioned it was Jimmy Choo, and he was surprised because he quite likes Jimmy Choo Fever, and he said, "Oh," and I said, "No, this is Jimmy Choo Rose Passion," and his comment was, "It's not as sweet as Jimmy Choo Fever," and it certainly isn't, and it's not a particularly sweet floral fragrance. There's something probably a little bit mature about this fragrance as well, but I still like it, but I will wear it when I'm not spending the day with him. Maybe when I'm going to Brisbane to spend the day with family. But yeah, not a bad tropical floral, lovely frangipani scent, but not especially sweet. That's Jimmy Choo Rose Passion. I wanted to mention a fun, super affordable combination that I wore about 3 times on the hot days in October. This is Gloria Vanderbilt in red. I mean, it's Vanderbilt in red from Gloria Vanderbilt. And I combined it with this 4711 Green Oasis. They come out with these remixes every year, and I think this was last year's. We've had some really warm days in the last week or two, more than 30 degrees Celsius, and you can't wear a lot of things then, I find. But I laid up on this and it was wonderful, really wonderful. Vanderbilt in red has pear and peppercorn, pink pepper I mean, and rose. And I think there's cashmere in the base, which to me smells more like sandalwood as it's done here. There's vetiver in the base here. This is super cheap and it doesn't smell expensive. Like this is less than 20 Australian dollars, I believe. Rather than pear, I thought it was raspberry, but apparently it's pear. But to me, this smells like a watery raspberry, rose, pink pepper fragrance. Not strong at all. And I quite like it. I quite like it. It's like I read on Fragrantica people comparing it to Wild Rose from Coach, and I like that fragrance a lot. This is far more toned down. Also people comparing it to Very Good Girl. Again, yes, but very toned down. This is far more affordable. And even C, to me, this reminds me a bit more of a watered down C Passione, which I'm a big fan of. So no wonder I like this. But again, why I'm bringing this up is it works so well on really hot days. I laid it with this very aquatic green fragrance. I can't remember what's in this one. Oh yes, it'd have to be bergamot in here. Oh, that's lovely. The pair of these. I'm going to look up what's in this one because you can still get this Green Oasis one and it's a good affordable pickup as well. 4711, the remix Green Oasis has watermelon, dragon fruit, lemon, water notes, magnolia. I always love a fragrance with magnolia, gardenia plum, cedar, sandalwood and musk in the base. If you see this, just get it, especially if you live in a hot climate. It's the best 4711 I've tried. I know they come out with new remix ones every year. If I see another one of these, I will pick it up because when you have day after day after day of hot weather, this is heaven. And like I say, I've been combining it with this fruity rose, pink pepper, very light fragrance, Vanderbilt in red. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it. Feminine, but fresh, clean, watery, fabulous. Hello, I forgot to mention Breeze from Latafa. I was beginning to edit this video and I received a question from an older video about Breeze, and I suddenly realized I didn't mention it in October's video, and I wore Breeze 4 times, thoroughly enjoyed wearing Breeze. This is a fresh breeze-like fragrance. It has a little bit of citrus, not too much citrus. Most of the other fresh kind of fragrances I have more citrus, I would say. This is a touch citrus. There's some white florals in here. There's some lovely woods in here. It's quite woody, but in a light way. And there's some incense in Breeze, which I think gives it a cold, cooler quality. The image that came to mind to me for Breeze is being in a quiet cedar forest where there's a gentle breeze with a small wisp of incense passing through. Very delightful, very sophisticated, completely unisex. That's what the question was about. Did this lean feminine? I would say no, even though there are florals in here. To my nose, they're to the background. It's much more slightly aromatic, slightly woody. Really well done, really well done. This would work on many occasions, I think. I enjoyed it a lot. That's Breeze from Latafa. Evening scents in the month of October. Earlier in the month when it was cooler, Junoon Noir from Haramain. This is one I often wear of an evening, and I think we all know this one. It is citrus, some white florals and vanilla, very powdery. To me, the image that comes to mind is a orange powder, orange from the citrus. Long lasting, it's not hugely projecting, but it lasts for hours and hours, and I fall asleep in this beautiful powdery haze. Such a good one. I'm sure a lot of you have it. Junoon Noir from Haramain. Lovely Lights from Sarah Jessica Parker. This has become quite a regular evening wear for me in recent months. Feminine, musky, white florals. It's so beautiful. I mostly get from this clean, ethereal musk. It's not a big projector. The white florals in here, and there's a ton. There's neroli, honeysuckle, gardenia, and jasmine. They all just work beautifully together. Again, it's a powdery, musky, very clean, feminine bubble. This one is more of a skin scent even than Junoon Noir. This one I can wear more all year round of an evening. Very comforting. It helps calm me down at the end of the day. Super affordable as well. This is under 30 Australian dollars. Lovely Lights from Sarah Jessica Parker. Finally, I'd like to mention Butterfly body spray from Bath & Body Works. This is joyful raspberry, iris, vanilla. It's a touch powdery as well. This one just makes me happy. It's very girly, very feminine. I don't think there's anything especially groundbreaking about it, but sometimes you don't want to be doing too much and you just want to smell a touch sweet, a little bit powdery, and yeah, this is another one I wear of an evening. That's Butterfly from Bath and Body Works. And I did my nails this morning, and I thought I would mention the color I'm wearing. It is Sally Hansen Ozone You Didn't. So it's a pastel, cool toned, light blue. Just thought I'd mention that because I think sometimes there's some comments about nail polish color. I quite enjoy that one. That is everything, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your month of October has been good. Do let me know which fragrances you've enjoyed wearing this month. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.